What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and today I'm gonna be giving you guys my first impression on the Dread Isle banner. And I'm really excited for this banner. People who have been following me probably know this, but yeah, so the first thing that we have is Nils. So the leak was correct, about which I posted a few days ago. So it was a leak which originated from 4chan, and basically on the Google Play achievement, Nils was to be found there. And Nils is actually in the game now. But unfortunately, he's a blue infantry dancer just like his sister. Why have the same color? Why are you trying to compete with your sister, Nils? Is this not good, man? You could have taken the green color. That was super open. But yeah, so he does have his flute, like the melody. I hope they have copied that from FE7. Unfortunately, they don't really show that here. So his weapon is Frost Breath. 16 might legendary weapon, grants him +3 resistance. At start of turn, or if you're using play to refresh a unit, it inflicts -4 debuff to all stats of the closest foe within 4 spaces of Nils through their next action. So it's really good for support and for utility, and you could actually debuff 2 allies if I'm like thinking this right and if I'm not understanding this incorrectly. So at start of turn, like if you're setting up, you could debuff 1 ally, and when you dance, after your offensive unit has done something, you could debuff another foe. So I'm thinking about that. So pretty decent supportive weapon. And then he has got play. Of course, they changed the name from sing or dance to play, which makes sense. And just want to have the flute animation, man. That's all I need. Slot his skill is HP defense, which is good because he already has a lot of HP. So he's looking like a nice infantry pulse dancer. Speaking of that, he does come with that already, so in case you want to use him in your Ether Raid's defense, you could just put him there. Already comes with that skill. And the slot-based skill is a new skill called Even Pulse Tie 3. So at start of even number turns, if the foe with the lowest HP has its special ready, and if you've got more HP than them, then you reduce their special cooldown by 2. So in general, that's going to be good for neutralizing stuff like Ophelia, Kagero, and Infantry Pulse teams, which I don't like because I myself run an Infantry Pulse team, but this is pretty niche. This is occupying the slot B skill. Pulse Smoke is already a thing, and with that you could like debuff multiple foes and reduce their special cooldown. And this is only going to be targeting one enemy, and it does target them on even turns. So basically 3 times in an Ether Raid's offense map, basically. And this does count. Like a lot of people have been saying that like they could have some kind of dancer, legendary Azura, who has got low HP, but pretty sure this is counting among the units who have got their special ready. So in that sense, like Ophelia, Kagero are going to be those kinds of units, or like any kind of mages with low HP are going to be the ones affected by this, and they hit the hardest. So yeah, that's pretty niche usage. You could run this on any kind of support unit, maybe like a Versa, because she does stack HP already, so you could have that. And you could also run this on Leila Fiora if you are not really using Sudden Panic, or if you don't have access to it. And if you happen to get Nils, then this could have some kind of use there. But pretty niche skill overall, because it's only going to be targeting one enemy, and the other enemies on an Infantry Pulse team ideally are going to be having their specials ready with whatever kind of nuking special they have. So you still have to worry about those, and only the lowest HP enemy is affected by this kind of thing. Now with Bolt Tower and stuff, I guess it could work because you could reduce the HP of some enemies. And because this skill happens 3 times in an Ether Raid's offense map, yeah, you could actually do that to multiple enemies. But still, like, I prefer Pulse Smoke. Regardless, both of these skills are pretty premium. And here we see our boy Nils transforming into a dragon. So they did actually do that in FEH. I was actually thinking he might just attack with his flute, but they actually went with his dragon transformation. So I'm gonna go over my stat speculation I've got for him. So we see that he has got 49 HP. He also has a slotted skill, so he's got 45 HP at base, which is more than Ninian. And Ninian is kind of like the main dancer, which a lot of people use along with Sylvia, I guess, on their Ether Raid's defense team to avoid Leila Fiora. So he's kind of geared towards like Ether Raids in general with Infantry Pulse and with Even Pulse Tie. if you want to use that on offense. So yeah, he's going to be attacking this Sword Cavalier, who's a 4-star Cavalier, by the way. And he does 34 times too, so I'm thinking like he has got decent attack at the very least. And my boy Nils takes like 0 damage. I mean, granted, this is a 4-star Sword Cavalier. Still, I'm thinking like he's at least got 30 defense. Ninian has got a bit more resistance than defense, so I'm thinking like Nils has got more defense. But his weapon does give him +2 resistance, so that's probably to make like a balanced defensive spread. And I do think that he's going to be having decent speed at 34. I'm so glad that the leak turned out to be true and it was not someone pranking us. I mean, it would have been a pretty odd thing to prank about though. And the next unit we have is the unit which I've been voting for 4 years in Choose Your Legend, so he's finally in the game. Now, he doesn't exactly come with the weapon which I envisioned him to, like Green Flesh. That would have been pretty amazing because you get Green Flesh from Yuhai, and he's also Sakayan. So I was thinking like maybe he could, like Rath could have that, I suppose. He's a green cavalry archer, so he competes with Python and Halloween Rolf. And we also have Sue. He looks like a pretty strong candidate for demotion, but I don't know. Abel didn't really get demoted with that form skill, so not really too sure, but I do think he's gonna get demoted because, like, other than the slot A skill, there's really not much going on with this base kit. I mean, yeah, defense smoke, but it's already on pain. And speed rest form is not exactly as good as attack defense form, which Abel had. So I really hope that he could get demoted. Now I'm in this dilemma where should I spend my orbs on him? Or should I just wait for him to get demoted and then try to get him? Because I don't want another like eerie situation where I spend like 700 orbs trying to get the unit like an idiot, and then it turns out that the unit gets demoted. So yeah, I'm in a bit of a dilemma. So really happy that Rath is in the game. I mean, he doesn't have the legendary weapon, or he doesn't have very good base kit, but still I'm just happy he's in the game finally. His voice acting is amazing, his art is amazing, and that's what I really value. Whenever like anyone's favorite character goes into the game, a lot of people do consider how good they are, but just the fact that you're able to hear their voice, the new art, I think that also has a lot of value, at least to me. So I'm just happy that Rath is in the game. So he's gonna be taking out this blue flyer with his glimmer, and these are the stats which I'm expecting on Rath. So I'm expecting Rath to have like decent speed at 36. He's not really able to double this blue flyer, and blue flyers are like these generic ones are pretty fast at like base 37 speed. I don't think they're gonna be like going too crazy over a demote unit. 35 attack, which is good. So he's better offensively compared to the other green archers. They could have made him red actually, but it makes sense I guess for them to make him green because Sue and Legendary Lin by a stretch is also green. So maybe that's why they've made him green. And I think that he's going to be having like decent resistance, 27, because he's got that form skill to increase it. And I think he's going to be having low defense. His stat spread is even better than what I'm speculating. That would be absolutely amazing. So yeah, still I'm in the dilemma. I'm just really happy that he's in the game. That's all. And then we have got Fiora. So this is her normal version. We did get Summer Fiora last year. I don't know. Her voice acting definitely throws me off really by a lot, because she isn't really all that old. But yeah, she's a Lance Flyer, another one. And she's got Guard Lance, Iceberg, Fury, and Pegasus Flight 3. So this is a new slot B skill. Pretty sure this is going to be like restricted to flying units. And Guard Lance is just the variant of Guard Sword which Abel had. So Pegasus Flight skill actually has a bit of mistranslation. So at start of combat, if the unit speed is more than foe speed -7, it inflicts penalty on foe's defense and attack by 50% of their difference between their resistance. So it's -7 speed, it's not +7 like the trailer, which means that you can also activate this against faster like enemies, as long as you're able to meet this condition of having like outspeeding them after you subtract 7 from their speed stat. And she does have Fury to increase her visible speed stat, and also to increase her resistance, because that is also going to be getting compared. But this is overall a pretty niche skill because it's going to be comparing 2 stats. And I mean, the typical fast and high resistance flyers like Shida, Claire can definitely make use of this, and even Fiora, of course. So it's a pretty niche skill which only few like flyers can fully utilize this. So the fast and high resistance one can also do this, and even the ones who don't have as much speed but at least have like decent speed can also make use of this because of its condition, which is -7 foe speed. So that definitely makes it easier to trigger. So it could be an option for the flyers which I mentioned before, and Sheet and Claire are really popular unit which a lot of people have plus and merged. Even at one point I was trying to plus and merge my Sheeta, but then I just thought I should do that to Padla because I like her way more. So yeah, that's a new skill. And here Fiora is gonna be triggering her iceberg. She is gonna be doing 20 damage. So she's got 40 resistance in this combat. You so have to subtract -3 because of Fury, and you end up with 37 resistance. I'm expecting her to have like decent speed at 35, 36, somewhere around that, and attack around like 32, 33. Kind of similar to her original, not really original, but her summer version. And defense is gonna be kind of below average at 24. So this is what I'm expecting out of Fiora. And the final unit is Leila. So really was not expecting Leila, honestly, on this banner. I always wanted Leila to be in the game, but I didn't really think they would actually do it. But that's the beauty of FEH. One of the things which I like about FEH is that you could have these kinds of units playable in FEH, which you generally have in their base game. So I'm a big fan of that. She's a colorless dagger unit, and she's like the main unit of this banner. The reason being is that the other units are probably not going to be appealing to the players who are not like hardcore FE7 fans, because you've got Nils as a dancer, people have dancers, you've got Rath, who already has some competition as a green bow archer, and then we have got Fiora, who's a lance flyer. So they have to pump up all of the sauce into Leila to make her appealable to those other people. So she's got constant dagger, which is a legendary weapon giving her +3 speed, and if she initiates combat she gets +5 attack and +5 speed. So that's really just amazing offensively, and she's that kind of player phase offensive unit. And if she initiates combat and if she's near 2 spaces of his support partner, the foe cannot counterattack, and the unit and the support partner swap their places after combat. So that is just so interesting. That has got so much like potential in any kind of game mode. Honestly, it's just so fun. It's gonna be so fun to use. So if you've got a support partner within 2 spaces, then all their attack become like fire sweep attacks where the foe cannot counter attack unless they've got null counter disrupt. You also swap the places with the support partner even when they are like 2 spaces. So it's like a greater version of swap. And this is gonna be having so much potential in ether raids in anywhere, because like you could do so many things with this. Like in ether raids offense, you could use this with another vantage user. I mean, this does have pretty good synergy with Matthew's spy dagger or like any kind of broadleaf fan user. And you could also pair this up with other vantage users, like maybe Chronia. You could run like double savage blow on Leila, you know, just have a lot of HP reduction on the enemy team, and then you swap places with Chronia and then you attack them and you vantage sweep. Or you could have this with some kind of Gale Force unit, or not exactly like Gale Force, but hit and run unit, like maybe Legendary Leaf. So there you could just take out a lot of enemies in a single turn with something like that. And you could also use this for hit and run, like just with a dancer. If you have got a dancer, flying dancer with something like aerobatics or anything like that, then you could basically do this, swap places with your dancer, then like use the aerobatics with your dancer, and then repo your dancer out of the range, and essentially just escape the enemy's range. So it does have a lot of possibilities. It's just gonna be so much fun to use, like even outside of ether raids. So this is really fun. Usually we see like support partners and the ally support being used kind of defensively, you know, with male Corrin and stuff like that, but this is gonna be really fun to use. I just have a feeling. I would love to get Leila honestly on this banner when I summon. And she's got rally attack speed plus, and she's got life and death 4, because as she always said, risking her life is part of her job. So she's truly committed to that, even in FEH. And she's got attack defense ruse, which is not really all that good of a skill honestly on her, because you just want to go in and attack and cause havoc, not really like rally up some kind of unit. So a lull skill could be nice on slot B for Leila. She doesn't really need desperation obviously, because her attacks can become fire sweep attacks if you play optimally. And you could also run disarm traps actually in Ether Raid's offense. So yeah, that could be done. And she's got attack smoke, so maybe some kind of defensive support partner can tank the hits then after she swapped places. So honestly, a really fun unit. I really like her concept. And I think these are the stats what she's going to be having. As I said, they're going to be pumping up all of their sauce in Leila to make this banner appealable to a wide variety of people. And I think that she is going to be having very high attack at 38 and having 37 speed, kind of similar to Eleonora, which we got, who also has the fire through weapon effect. So yeah, I think she's going to be having a similar offensive stat spread, but she gets a lot like offensively from her dagger. So that's that. And she can also get the debuffs, the setup for her support partner. And I don't think she's going to be having too impressive of a bulk, and she doesn't really need to. So yeah, that's the banner. Super excited for this. And we are going to be getting, oh my god, this dialogue. They really did put this in Faye. Why? And we're also going to be getting a grandeur battle with this. And no, it's not Nurgle. It's actually going to be Heath. And he is a Lance Flyer. And he's got Rider's Bane because in Meet New Heroes thing on their website, they have the sprite and it's clearly Rider's Bane. So yeah, just another Lance Flyer after Har, Carmack, Trabant, Heath is the one who's next. Like that one meme which is just super popular. So I hope that like stat spread wise, he could be a bit different. But honestly, there's really not much scope for being different there because Lance Flyers are just done so much to the point where there's really not much they can do with the stat spread to make a unit unique, I guess. So yeah, really looking forward to his voice acting, and I hope that he has got some useful skills at least, because his weapon is Rider's Bane, so we already know that. But still, like, you know, people who are really big fans of him are definitely going to be building him up. So I'm really happy for the people who have wanted Heath. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, then like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And when you subscribe, be sure to hit the notification bell so that you can always get the updates to my videos whenever I upload. Because YouTube sub boxes are about as functional as my heart will be after I take a look at Leila and Matthew's convo in the Forging Bonds. Oh man. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.